Hey guys, welcome back. Before we get into the topic of today's video, I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm currently in the middle of university exams, and they are a fucking nightmare, so videos might be a little bit slow or shorter, but if I only manage to post one video a week, then I'm gonna try and stream on the day that I don't post a video, because there's been so many new people joining the channel recently that I can't just not bring you guys something. I have to do something. So with that in mind, I want to say thank you for helping me reach 40,000 subscribers. That's a fucking insane number. Legit, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it more than you'll ever imagine. So, onto the topic of today's video. I thought that I would cover the origins of the legendary ODSTs after last week's ODST video literally blew up out of nowhere. Like, it has over 140,000 views at the time of recording this video. And I also got a ton of requests for this video as well. So, this one is for you ODST fans, myself included. So, as those with a little bit of military knowledge will likely grasp, the origins of the ODSTs are in the paratroopers of our time, troops that would drop in from the sky and tactically insert themselves behind enemy lines to conduct spec ops missions of all varieties, from target acquisition and scouting to setting up ambushes for triggering when forces later arrived. The ODSTs that we know and love continue these traditions. As noted on Bungie.net's old official ODST page from back in the day, they carry out highly specialised, small-scale, high-risk operations, such as deep ground surveillance, direct action, unconventional warfare, counter-terrorism operations, counter-contraband operations, and personal and special equipment recovery. These specific tasks make them as elite as you can get, without becoming a Spartan of course, and even then, it's arguable that some ODSTs do conduct operations that even a Spartan would be incapable of doing to the same standard. The ODSTs first saw use under the issue of the United Nations in 2129, referred to then as the Drop Jet Platoons, the first wave of ODSTs. However, the iconic ODST name first came into action just over 30 years later, in 2163, following the official formation of the United Nations Space Command and also its Marine Corps, which were bodies that were separate from Earth's national military bodies. These were very contentious times in the Halo universe. The dangerous hand of communism was posing a threat once again, with neo-communists rising up in backlash of the UN's push of capitalism across the stars. This communist group, known as the Kozloviks, held a final stand on Mars in December of 2163. It was here the UNSC would first test out their new Marine Corps in extraterrestrial deployment. This, of course, involving the new Orbital Drop Shock Troopers. However, at this time, they weren't identical or actually that similar to the ODSTs that we know and love now. Rather, they were just specialised Marines that would drop from orbit into battle. It's a likely assumption that as the years progressed, as with any military unit or piece of hardware, they went through several evolutions and upgrades until they reached roughly the stage that we know them at now. These orbital marines performed lightning attacks on the Kozloviks, leading to a decisive victory, reclaiming Mars from the neo-communists and also establishing military doctrine for years to come. However, following the finale of the Interplanetary War, the battle that followed on from the Mars skirmishes, the ODSTs would see very little use. More pressing matters such as famine and overpopulation saw the oversized military as surplus to requirement, and with no real imminent threat to the species at the time, there was no real use for such a large number of troops for humanity. And in what Halo history is documented, that would be their last major use for almost 300 years until the outbreak of one of the bloodiest wars humanity would ever face, wars against themselves, the insurrection. Over the first 30 years or so, they only really saw upgrades and enhancements, and conducted high-risk operations, as described earlier, against the rebels to try and sabotage their imminent attacks on members or even supporters of the United Earth Government, a globalist government on Earth of whom they were at war against. One of their most notable deployments was on the planet Jericho 7, the birthplace of Jameson Locke and one of the earliest colonies to be attacked by the Covenant. On the planet, the ODST's 10th Shock Troops Battalion were deployed directly on top of insurrectionist bases, being deployed on the planet for over 131 days. After a long but successful mission, the same battalion were redeployed to Arcadia with the same objective, then to Andesia a year later to eliminate prominent insurrectionist strongholds, a mission that would see quite a few casualties within the unit. And aside from the battles on Andesia, that's the origins of the ODSTs prior to the Human Covenant War. I would have covered the war in this video too, but quite honestly, I don't have the time at the moment, and I've also covered different aspects of it like thousands of times in hundreds of different videos before, so I think I've rehashed that quite a lot. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Tomorrow I've got some exclusive gameplay of the new classic Halo PC fan game, Installation 01, along with a little bit of commentary on the game's significance for Halo's direction moving forward. Thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll catch you tomorrow.